Okay, this is the part 4 of series of videos that I've been recording for writing a lab report effectively. And in this part, I'm going to talk about how to show your micrographs properly. Now, the problem that we may have with micrographs is this. Look at these two pictures that I have in this image, in this figure. This is figure 4A and B. Both of them are for a brass that is annealed at 1179 for the same period of time, if I'm not mistaken, half an hour. Okay, and both of them are taken at 200x magnification. All right, so far so good. But look at this. The two of them, they seem to have different grain size. The one on the right, it looks like it has a smaller grain size in average to this one. So what's going on? Now what is going on in this? These two pictures are taken at different resolutions. What does that mean? That means, imagine that you have this view field in front of you, which measures 2000 pixels, let's just say, in 2000 pixels. The image on the right has taken all of that 2000 pixels, right? The image on the left is taking only the image, some part of it from the center. Now when you resize that, the one that is bigger, which is this 2000 pixel image, right, that shrinks down a lot to fit in this smallest space that I've given it, so that they look to have the same size. Okay, so this digital resizing that I've done by changing this creates a problem. So writing this 200x magnification does not help at all for your reader to understand what is the size of these features in the images. Okay, so what's the solution? The solution is this. The solution is putting a scale bar attached to the image, right on this image. It's an overlay, so that no matter what you do with this image, the length of that scale bar changes with the same magnification as your original image. So whatever this is, the relative size of this line to the features is not going to change. Okay, you can use that to measuring the lengths and diameters of the features in your microstructure. Okay, so that's the reason why we're going to need a scale bar in all of your micrographs. It's not enough just to write the magnification of the image. Okay, so how do we do that? We're going to do that by using a software called ImageJ. There are many different softwares that you can use. Most of them are proprietary. Some of them comes bundled with the microscope that you buy, but I've seen in many cases the microscope is an old microscope that then you buy a camera and hook it up, and it doesn't have that software installed, or it doesn't work properly, or your microscope doesn't support the magnification settings and whatever and whatnot. It doesn't work. You're left alone. You have to find a way how to put a scale bar. Okay, so how we're going to do that is going to be using a software called ImageJ. To find that software, it's an open source software. Just Google ImageJ, and the first hit that you get is the original ImageJ website. The reason I called original is because ImageJ comes in different versions and different variations. It's an open source, so you can take that software, change it, and name it, and then distribute it. For example, this is the original one. It's like Linux. You have Ubuntu, and then you have Lubuntu, and then Kubuntu, and many different things. Okay? So click on this ImageJ link. This is the home page. It doesn't look like much, but I'm telling you, this software is amazing with what it does. Okay, so you're gonna go to downloads, and then you can download different versions of it for different platforms. You are going to download, if you're working on Windows, you're going to download, there are different options, okay? There's one that says it is bundled with Java 1.6 whatever. You can download that. There's a version that says to install whatever on Java pre-installed. Okay, you can download this one. It's a 4 megabyte download. It doesn't come with Java bundled with it, which I rather really download and use this one compared to having to use these bundled version of it for Windows. Okay, if you are on Linux, which by the way Linux is awesome, download this one. It comes with bundled Java virtual machine. It works fine. On Mac OS, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that difficult or different than Linux. It should be very easy. Download either one of these files and install it. And the cool thing about it is it doesn't require regular installing. Okay, it's a portable software, so it comes with a directory. You just click and go into that directory. You click on your executable file, and then you will run it. Okay, so I've done that, and you will download this link. After the initial download, it comes with an instruction. You will click on some link. It'll gonna do the initial adjustments, and then it'll create a folder for you. That inside that folder, you have this icon. It says ImageJ executable. Click that. ImageJ is gonna run. Hopefully. All right, we're waiting. All right, there we go. All right, so this is ImageJ. ImageJ is all about minimalism. Okay, even the website doesn't have a lot of features or anything into it. This is the whole software. This is it. Okay, this little window that you see. Okay, so a few features in ImageJ. ImageJ is amazing because it's extendable. You can write plugins and you can install plugins. There are many plugins. You can go to their website and there is a plugin section. You can go and download the plugin that helps you out for whatever that you're trying to do. This is an endless list of plugins for different things. And the cool thing about ImageJ, it was written and made for doing medical image analysis. You look at your cell and do your analysis, or you look at an MRI picture and find out, well, what is that tumor, for example. Okay, but the cool thing, because it's extendable, it can do many different things. You can do your image analysis of metallography pictures with it. Okay, so let's see how we're going to put a scale bar on one sample image. Let's go here. Let's just say I want to put in a scale bar on this image. Okay, drag this and drop it on the ImageJ. It's going to open the file. It opens it here. There we go. That's my image. All right. We're going to put in a scale bar on this. Now, the way to do that is by going to Analyze, and then you're going to go to Tools, and then in the Tools, it says Scale Bar. Click on that. You're going to see this window, and in that window, you're going to define a scale bar. Okay. The width of a scale bar is whatever, the height of a scale bar, you can do that. And then it says different settings like color, location, the font size, and whatever. You can do that, okay? But before doing this, you have to tell something really important. You have to tell your ImageJ that any pixel that you see here, how long it measures in real world. Okay, what does that mean? If I zoom in this picture, okay, those are pixels. These squares that you see, this is a pixel. Okay, ImageJ needs to know this width of one pixel is how many microns. You have to tell it to ImageJ. How do we do that? Let me see how we can go back out of this. Okay, there we go. If I hold down Shift and click on this zoom again, it's going to go back to its original magnification. You're going to go to Analyze, and then you're going to go set scale. This will tell ImageJ how to deal with sizes. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you in another video how you can find out what is the correlation between the lengths of 1 pixel and its equivalent lengths in real world. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to measure that, but take it from me for now that 1 pixel in this image measures let's just say 1.33, and the unit is micron. Don't write microns or anything other than this, just write micron. ImageJ is smart enough to realize that this is a micron, and when it's reporting the lengths for us, it's going to write the micron symbol, the Greek symbol of that. Okay, this is done. Press OK. Now you can go back to your Analyze Tools, Scale Bar. Now, widths of my scale bar in microns, it is showing here. I want to have a 100 micron scale bar. You can see that it's dropping it here. Okay. What is the height that I want? Do I want a 1 pixel scale bar? Do I want 8 pixel scale bar? Well, actually that's 18. No, I want 4. 4 is good enough for me. Okay. The font size is 14 is fine. Do I want a background? You can drop a background over there. Okay, I don't know. It's your choice. The location. Usually the location right down is fine. You can change the location, take it up there. Okay. And you can do many other things here. You can change the font, for example. The font is already fine. All right. So that's my scale bar. That's it. The next stop is you are going to export this or save it as. I usually save it as either JPEG or do a PNG. I'm a big fan of PNG format. It's a nice format. Okay, that is Mohammed's lab 1 PNG, and I'm gonna write scale bar. Scale bar and save. Where did it go? It went to my desktop. It's here. Let's open that. And that's my scale bar. Good. So the only problem that we have here by putting the scale bar this way is what is the correlation between the lengths of 1 pixel to its lengths in real world. And I'm going to explain that in the next video.